Another feature that I really want to implement is the idea. So the idea is that these meal plans don't get created by the user; they get automatically created each week. Maybe we will allow people to create those meal plans, but maybe not. So in this case, when a new meal plan is created, right now it says like no breakfast, no lunch selected. I'm going to go ahead and add a like something to clean up this interface because it's not clear right now what is selected and what's not selected. But here's another thing. When the meal plan gets generated each week, we're going to say it gets generated on a Thursday. I want to automatically populate all of the meals with potential recipes that will fit that category. However, in order to do that, I want to also be able to create a template that says, hey, we always dine out for lunch on Sunday afternoon, and we always order in on Thursday afternoon. We never, prepare food in the morning. That's always, cereal or whatever. So I want to be able to set that up as a sort of configuration so that when it creates the new meal plan, it can go and look at that other meal plan and say, okay, the template says that this week we shouldn't do anything on Thursday night and we shouldn't do anything on. In fact, in order to accommodate that, we will add another no meal planned. And the reason why we need to do that is that in our template, if there's a blank, that's going to be populated. So we want to be able to, in the template, say, hey, there's no meal planned for a given day. All right, so and then it will see that section is already populated and won't randomly select a meal. So let's do this. The way that we're going to do it is we're going to use a meal plan meal that we create when somebody adds a new team. So after we create a team, we're going to create this default meal plan. And it's not going to have a date. So let's take a look at the schema for meal plans. It will have a team ID because of the relationship that we're adding it to. We're not going to add the week of. Now, typically, we would want week of to be required. But in this case, the meal plan that doesn't have a week of assigned is going to be that's going to be the template. So that's it. We'll just create an empty meal plan and let's see what happens. So we'll do find or create by so that if it already existed, a duplicate doesn't get created. And let's do this again. So we'll reload the team. Dun, dun, dun. Meal plan date. Oh, week of. I need to reload the team object. All right, so stubbing out each meal of the day. Oh, this is interesting. So there's a problem now in the logic of the object that it always depended on there being a date. So now we have to clean up that logic. So it always assumed that there was a week of, and so what I am going to do, this is pretty hacky, but I'm okay with that. That is something we can clean up later. So for week of, or if week of is nil, what I'm going to do is say date new 2018. And I know that this is a Monday. I believe it is a Monday. So I'll say we'll make it 2018 just so that we have something to calculate on that results in like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when we do other stuff. So let's do that. What am I doing here? So this is forcing the reload of the object so that the logic gets reloaded, and there we go. Okay, I have no... Oh, the reason it created so much stuff is it stubbed out all the placeholders for every day. So there we go. We have a new meal plan that we'll see on our dashboard, and we're going to hide this. So it it doesn't have a name because it was using Weekup for the name, so it just shows us the URL. This is our template. And it's broken because, again, it's depending on week of. So we're going to end up going through, and so in this view, so the meal plan meals index, partial, that's the one where we're like generating this date, and it's saying the week of. So in this case, this is actually interesting because this will work, but it's not what we want to do. So what is wrong here? Oh, this one as well. You can see the problem here now. We're just duplicating this code all over the place. We won't leave it like this. But you can see it works now. So there's no week of, and so what we will end up doing here is we'll probably hide this here and show just this for this particular meal plan. So we'll work on this first, and then we will figure out how to fit it into the index view elsewhere. So we typically wouldn't show this in a list of meal plans, I don't think. It's more like a placeholder that we link to directly. So to clean this view up, first of all, these dates aren't what we want to show. We don't want to show these dates. We just want to say like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the way that I'm terrible with dates. So Ruby stamp gem. I have always used Jeremy's stamp gem. It has not been updated in a while, but it makes it really easy to format dates like this. So I'm going to add stamp. I am going to run bundler. Restart the server. And for the name, I can do oh, actually, that's different than what I needed to look at. So we wanted to look at back at the index partial, we're worried about the header right now. So we're getting the week of plus the days of the week. Now, this returns a date object, this entire calculation. And so in theory, we can just say stamp it like Monday, and you'll see that this will turn Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if I got the dates right. If I remember that the first of next year is a Monday. It is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we've got that. That works. One thing I do not like is that we've hard-coded this default value all over the place. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a different method that we can use to clean up all of this sort of logic here. I'm not sure it's the right way to do it, but here's what I'll do. On meal plan, it has a week of. So we'll call it calculated day of week. And the way that I want to be able to use this is I want to be able to just say, let's replace this entirely. I want to be able to say meal plan, calculated day of week. Or in fact, let's do it this way. I want to be able to just call that method day of week, and I pass in a day of the week. And I don't have to mention where this thing starts because the meal plan already knows what week of is. So, and then I want to stamp that resulting date here. So this will error. If I try to load it right now, none of this will work. The stamp will yeah, so day of week isn't even a method. So I'm going to do day of the week. And by default, the day number is going to be 0. So we could just call day of the week, and I'll show you how that works. It'll be week of or date new that first of the year that we know is a Monday. So now when we do this, it should work. Yep, so that worked, except it didn't because it did all Mondays. And the reason is we never added day of the week, number of days. Now it will work Monday through Sunday. Maybe one day it'll work. Oh, I created an endless loop. The variable was, yep, no problem. Perfect. I thought it would have stopped the loop, but it didn't. All right, let's kill our Rails server. There is no Rails server. It is a kill Puma. Start it again. So I just created a typo that was recalling the function. So when I had it like this reference here was just calling this method again, which was calling this. So anyway, we'll fix it. And now we should have Monday through Sunday. Yep, Monday through Sunday. All right, now that did the trick there. Also in the index, where else did we have the 2018 thing? So meal plan meal, we can just say we can get rid of this entire calculation here because that is what that is, day of the week. So that should work. And then where else did we have the 2018 thing? Oh, yeah, we can do day of the week to replace. It's a little bit of a strange variable name, but whatever. Okay, here we go. So there, we've got the schedule. Again, we are looking at the default meal plan. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this view kind of aggressively. So for meal, for meal plan show, for the meal plan show page, we have this partial that's rendering out all this stuff. We really don't need any of this stuff up here. Like we don't need this entire section. The only thing we really need are these buttons. And I can put those in. So these buttons we need, I'll put them down here for now. It's not going to look good, but I don't need this entire section here. And then on this, I can just do title, testing, see if that works. I think that's a parameter that we can set. Meal plan meals. So let's look at that partial. So in this case, I want to be able to set a title. So I want to title this. Oh, if there is a title, this must be really hard to watch. Use the title, and by default, there is no title. So let's see. Actually, I may not even need that. Yeah, I don't. So if we supply a title now, am I even in the right? So meal plan meals index. Oh, I screwed this up. Never mind. Sorry. Let me, I'm going to revert this entire file. I'm not in the partial. I thought that was I thought it didn't seem quite right. So in the partial for meal plan meals, so if there's a title, yeah, so now it'll show my testing thing. So if there's a title, and in fact, I can just do it like that. So title or, there we go. So there's no title. And then let me see if this will fail in the place where we're using it. So we have this. If I get rid of title, I think maybe it'll crash. It'll say that it's not a defined variable. Yeah, so title is not a variable. So what I need to do then in the index partial is just set it by default. And then, yeah, so if it's gone, it'll still work. If it's gone, it'll show the original title, and now we can set the title testing. All right, so we want to say this is the default weekly meal plan template. So if you, yeah, so in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, the secret here is if we want to get rid of all this text where it says that nothing is selected, and we want to come back. So let's make sure that this works. So on Sunday, actually cancel. Want to come back here and say that we dine out. We want to say that we dine out there and that, but you can see how confusing this is. Order in. You can see how confusing it is because it's not clear. You know, we got too much text here. So what I'm going to do is maybe add an emoji in this partial. When the meal plan name, the meal plan meal object has its name, instead of doing no meal selected, I'm going to do a emoji why won't it let me search? Yeah, there we go. So we'll do that, or maybe there's a nicer emoji. Let's see how that looks. Let's do that. And then they can click on that. It's not super awesome, but actually, let's do this. I like the underline is not great. And the solution to that would be, this is gross. Span class or style. Oh, that won't work. Text decoration none. That's not going to work. Yeah, it still is the underline. Not totally sure what to do about that. Probably there's a CSS selector that we can use that'll pick up if this is the content, don't show an underline, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. We can come back through later and do that. So anyway, point being, see an icon now. You can see which plates are empty. And on Sunday morning, for example, there is no meal planned. So now we have our weekly meal template, and the name up here is, let's take a look at that. So on show meal plan or meal plan meal show, what is going on? So it's trying to get the meal plan meal name. Oh, that's not what this is. This is the meal plan show page. And it's trying to get the meal plan name, which is empty. So meal plan name. Name is the week of so we'll format that. If it doesn't have a name, then we know that, or if it doesn't have a week of, we know that it's our template. So now it'll say weekly meal plan template. Here we want to, could probably change that to specify what is actually shown in this table. So and now when we go back, we'll see on our meal plans the week of January 1, 2018. And that's true. Selected meals. Or in fact, we can just say meals. There we go. Actually, let's call them the selected meals. I like that. It's more descriptive. So we can see a generated weekly template, and then we also have this meal plan template. Now, I don't actually want the meal plan template to show up in this list here. I want that to be somewhere else, maybe like in a button or something like that. Oh, you know what we never did fix? This back button is still in an ugly place. It's supposed to be in this white border. So the way that we will accomplish that, this is a little bit weird to do, but it will work. I'm going to add it to the account meal plan template. So account, meal plan, meal index partial. I can move it in here. And let's see how that looks. That looks better. So that is more consistent with our actual user interface. So the selected meals are here, and then we can click back. So we have the template. We can go back. We have the this week here. Now, I do not, in fact, you know what? I don't care so much about the fact that the weekly meal plan template is there. What we will, you know what? Let's fix it. There we go. So on the home page, so on the family dashboard, we have, this is what's, this include here is creating this entire section. So I'm going to modify this index partial a little bit. And right now it's using these meal plans, but what I want to do is say, I only want to show the ones that are not templated because there is a template. So I'm going to add a scope. What am I doing wrong here? Dun dun dun. What is the syntax for this? I've got the syntax correct. What am I doing wrong here? week of. That is, here we go. So now it won't show our templated one because it's going through this not template scope. And if the week of is nil, then it won't do that. And then we will add we'll create an inverted scope for that. And what we can do is in that partial, I'm going to add a button maybe down here. And we'll edit the account meal plan where the meal plan is the team meal plans template first. And in fact, I can update team so that there's a method and just take that logic oh, something's wrong. I've got an extra parentheses in here. There we go. Not totally sure why that permission is not working, but if we do that, that'll work. So edit weekly template, you are not authorized to edit. So apparently we cannot edit the meal plan. Oh, that's true. We can't. We can show it though, if can show. And we don't, yeah, that's right. We don't edit on the account meal plan thing. It's we just show it and then they edit the individual meal plan stuff from there. Edit weekly template. There we go. That's pretty cool. So we've got it. Now the last piece of the puzzle is we want that weekly template to be the basis for generating a new weekly template. So here's how we'll do it. On the team, generate meal plan. Whoops, I can't type today, or maybe ever. Generate meal plan, and I'm gonna, for week of, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new meal plan. And then now check this. I'm going to grab the template meal plan. Oh, I don't even have to because we've got it right here. So meal plan each, so for the new meal plan, for each meal plan meal that's a placeholder for an individual meal within a week, for each meal plan meal, I'm going to grab the templated meal plan, go into its meal plan, meals, find by the, what are the attributes? Meal plan meal. Find by the Oh, I did this wrong. I should have done it by meal of the week. Shoot. So, I know how I can do this though. Oh, this is complicated though. Ouch. So the problem is if I had done this as an increment of the day of the week instead of a specific date, I would have just been able to match these two values because it would have been the same for both sets of meal plan meals, but it's not. I hard coded it, or I built it into the database where it is the actual date that this meal plan represents. So I can refactor that afterwards. I'm going to just fix it for now. Like, I'm just going to make this work for now because I can. And that's a bit of an ugly, it's not terrible, but I don't want to do it right now. And so I can make a to-do or whatever. All right. So this logic will be a little more complicated than I thought, because I can't just do, but I have to come up with a calculated date. Don't know what that is yet. The meal of the day can match. So we're going to get the template meal plan meal by using the templated meal plan, going into its meal plan meals and finding by however we calculate that date plus the meal of the day should match the meal of the day of the meal plan meal that we're currently cycling over. So to calculate the date, I can, I wonder if this will work, but I think what I can do is take the meal plan meal date and subtract from it the meal plan, the meal plan date, and that'll get the offset between the first day of the meal plan week and the day that we're currently looking at. So if we get the meal plan date, or if we subtract from the date that we're currently looking at its meal plan date, that will give us the offset. And so then we can take the templated meal plan dot week of can't do that. All right, so if I go into mealplan.rb, it's the day of week. The first day of the week. Where am I here? team. Right. Okay. So I can take the first day of the week. That's the first day of the templated meal plan. Current day of template meal plan is the first day plus the offset. Let's see if this works. That's pretty messed up. That's an ugly hack, and I should fix the data. So I'll say, ugh, this was a short-sighted data decision on my part. Maybe refactor to a number representing the day of the week. All right, so there we go. Let's see if that works. So that should grab the template meal plan, and the template meal plan. Once we have the template meal plan, we want to copy over the recipes. So any recipes that are part of, or any, the meal, we want to just copy the meal over to the actual meal plan meal. That should do the trick. So let's see if this works. Obviously I think we're going to run into some trouble here. I don't think this is going to work on the first shot, but I'm going to go into the console, grab our team, set week of to be like boom. So days is saying for meal of the day, undefined method days in day of the week. So on line 35, I'm in the wrong file. So day of the week says day number. Oh, that's weird. And that got called on line stub out each meal of the day. So when it was trying to create the meal plan on line 28, oh, that was so stupid. I introduced that bug back when I did that copy paste before. All right, so reload team. All right, so it's saying now we have an issue on team. This sounds like a bug in our logic. So we will say on line 49, the offset is the meal plan meal date, and it says that there's no date for a meal plan. That's right, there isn't. It's week of. So that should work. Oh, it maybe did work. Look at this. Update, update, update. All right, so we're going to have an extra, like a dirty meal plan that got created that shouldn't have done. But we have this new one. And it worked for the week of January 8th. We've got leftovers for breakfast. Order in for dinner. No meal plan for breakfast. And let's see. Let's just double check that that matches our template. I can't imagine it doesn't. But I don't know who does leftovers for breakfast on Thursday, but it worked. There we go. So now when we create a new meal plan, it'll automatically pull in the template. Last thing to do. Actually, you know what? That's it. So that's the template feature. In the next video, now that we've got this working, I'll show you what happens when we create a new meal and auto-populate all of the fields with, other meals. Okay.